Camera. Cancel. Okay. Now the camera looks good. Where my nipple out like that. Jesus Christ, girl. Okay, I haven't been live for like a minute. So today I'm live. Let me see this. No, I don't want a green screen. Let's talk about this couple. Ooh, this man is gay. This man, I swear. Oh, he cheated on this woman with a man. So she filed for divorce. Ladies, ladies, huh? We in trouble. We are in trouble. Your man be cheating on you with a man. You know, like whenever somebody says like a guy, like a man they're dating is cheating on them with a man, my immediate thought becomes like, you're gonna get HIV. I'm not saying that like gay people have HIV. It's just where my mind goes because I know that HIV spreads really quickly. You know, in the gay, in people who are gay who do not stay fire up there. So when a guy is cheating on you with a man, it's for me automatically I go HIV. You're gonna get HIV. You better get out of it before you get HIV. That's me. That's what I think. Okay. Yesterday I went to the beach. Oopsie. I went to the beach. That's me there. Enjoying my time at the beach, having fun. I know sometimes I take you guys when I'm going to get some sun. So that's what I did. I'm always preaching about getting vitamin D, vitamin D, vitamin D. So yeah, that was me getting some vitamin D over there. Very happy, it was very, very nice. And then, oh, look at those nails. I've always wanted colors like this for nails, like stuff like that. What else? What else? What else? Okay, let's not do this anymore. Hello, Disa. Nice to see you, love. Nice to see you again. So I was talking about this couple. This man cheated on this woman with another man. And I'm always like, whenever a man cheats on a woman with a man, obviously that's an automatic divorce. Like that's not something that, you know, any woman is going to sit around and like talk about, like, you know, like, yeah, that's not something that any woman's going to be like, okay, he cheated on me with a man. We can work this out. You know, if he swings both ways, for me, it's like, ew, I'm disgusted. I'm sorry, but it feels like a real violation of my womanhood. You know, there are things that I will not tolerate a man do in my life. Like, you can't cheat on me with another man and I'll be there. Like that is We are fucking not gonna do this. Not gonna do this. Okay, another one is, you cannot flirt with my friends or my family members and then expect that, that this is something that I'll take lightly. I'm not saying flirt with other women. I'm just saying that in my deep circle, if you do that, that is like you violated me in even, it's like you could as well go fuck a cow or a dog. Like, I'm done. So, like, I don't care for men like that. Like, for somebody to do that to your inner circle, that is somebody who hates you. They hate you. They hate you, if he's going around trying to hook up with your friends or your family members, that person hates you. That person can betray you in a heartbeat. You don't mean anything to that person. I don't wait around to figure out your mind, your status, your mind, everything. Like, that's kind of like a no. At the end of the day, you show people how they are gonna treat you. So anyway, that's how she filed for divorce. Imagine finding out your husband is cheating on you with a man. Woof, woof, woof. So this lady, let me show you. This girl, she is finding out that this man is DL. I don't know why, but whenever I see those men with like these well done sideburns, for me it gives me DL vibes. Like, I'm not attracted to them at all. At all. Like, I don't know. I like my men a little rough, to the point where they're too rough that I know that other men don't even want to look at them. When he's too polished, too clean, too, just a little bit DL-ish, I'm out. That is where I am. Out. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that situation. For me, that's where it kind of ends for me. That's where it ends for me. Like, I don't know. You let me know. Anyway, let's go to the topic that I wanted to talk about. Going silent on people. I know people don't like silent treatment, and I hate silent treatment, especially when people do it when they are angry and angry and angry. like, hey, but there is power in silence. Silence is power. When you learn how to use silence, you have power. When you know how to fast, you have power. When you know how to wait, you have power. If you can figure out those three things, fasting, waiting, and silence, you're going to unlock power than nobody has ever taught you in your life before. Let's go into, let's say, relationship. If we jump into relationships very quickly, let's say you're a woman, right? And you're lonely and you want to do something, you want to get to know somebody. If you jump into a relationship quickly, you never know that person within weeks or even months. You never know if that person is a player. You never know that person is a DL man. You never know if that person, you don't know this person, basically. So you don't want entanglements with people who you don't know. That's a good place to wait. That's a good incident where you wait. Another time where in relationships where it's a good place to stay silent. Let's say whatever relationship you're in, people are not communicating the way you want. That's a good place to stay silent. Because guess what? Um, and I have seen this with people who have insecure attachment styles. They try to, you know, try to talk to people. Why are you not showing me enough affection? Why are you not showing me enough love? They're texting, they're doing all these things. And then they push people away because guess what? When you run after somebody, they run away, right? But when you hold your silence, things come towards you or you repel things. It happens. But holding that space of silence is what really shows you where things are truly in place. You will know this person wants to be a player. This person just wants a hookup. This person is ready for a long-term relationship. This person is like this. But when you're chasing after people, telling them to be affectionate and show you love and give you attention, you're chasing them away. But when you hold that silence, you hold that space, then they either go naturally or they move closer. And in that case, you never had to do anything. You never had to work hard to figure out where people are in your life. And I'm just saying relationship as one example, but all types of relationship, whether it's with your family, whether it's with your friends, whether it's your whatever, when you hold that space of silence, the people who naturally are attracted to you will give you a call. The people who don't have anything to say, they won't have nothing to say. But you're not running after people. You're not running after people. You're not chasing after people. You know, you naturally are holding that space. So silence is power. Silence is a big powerful thing. Silence is a deep level of wisdom that when you are insecurely attached, like I was, like I came to learn a little bit later in life, like the power of my silence, the power that my silence has in revealing where things are naturally in place in my life. And this is why I say for any woman who is looking to change their life in any way, whether it's meaningful, being successful in your work, being successful in your relationships, being successful at home, creating room for holding that space of silence is a superpower. It's a superpower. So to think about it. I don't have white features. I'm just a black girl with black features. What are you talking about? That's rude. That's rude to say that. White people have black features because black people are the blueprint. Everybody looks black. These are black features that white people have, and they think that they look, you know, you're swapping the situation. Black people with the blueprint. We've always been the blueprint. I belong everywhere. I'm African. We belong everywhere. We are the first people on this earth. You know that? It's our earth. Oh, you're fine, love. Thank you. So what are you doing today? Tapasi, tapa day. It's just easier to say tapa day. What are you doing today? What's going on in your life? Your real name is Ray? Ray, like the sun rays? That's cute. You have cute names. Even Tapa Day is cute. Does your name have any meaning? Like, does it have a meaning? Does your name have a meaning? Like, where are you from? I'm in California. Ooh, wee. An Indian goddess. You're a goddess. You're named after a real goddess. Way. So you must give off goddess vibes. You give off goddess vibes. Me talk about my age? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Why would I come out of the blue and tell people my age? I guess your age, um, maybe you're 35 or 27. That's what I'd guess. Any random number that came out of my head that was below 50. Oh, you're 14. I guess I should probably guess more teenage years because most teenagers are on their phones and adult people are just doing adult stuff, I guess. I guess that makes sense. So what do you do? 14-year-old girl in India. What do you do? Like, are you home? Are your parents home right now? Are you dating anybody? I think you're too young to date at 14, but hey, what do I know? So what are your plans? Are you going to high school? Are you in high school? You're probably in high school. You're popular in your school? Why? Do you sing or dance or do you do drama or are you funny? Or is it because you're beautiful? You're standard 8? That that is before high school. You're almost going to high school. You're pretty. That's nice. It's always nice to be pretty. Stay away from guys though, especially if they're not making you mad. Stay single until you can figure out your life and the kind of man that you want. Okay, let me tell you at 14 things that I wish I knew when I was 15. Okay, and I'll tell you things. So the girls that started dating boys when I was 15 and they started having like sexual relationships, they ended up having babies with men who don't have money, with men who cannot take care of them. And you know, like especially when you're popular and you're pretty, obviously everybody wants to be around you. They want your energy. They want to feel good about themselves when they're around you. And men, they also want to feel uh, like, like they want your attention and that, they're getting all this energy from other guys because the other guys, they get popularity when they are with a popular girl. But if you end up like being pregnant and and stuff like that, you will end up being alone because nobody in your age will be your friend because now you're a mom and they are no longer in that like if like those the ones that got pregnant, then they were like, now you're a mom, you have to take care of your baby, and everybody else was moving on with your life. You have to be very careful when you're pretty. I would say learn to wait until you're very sure, like people are not playing with you. I would say don't make any decisions about getting married unless you're in your 26, 27. 26, 27, still you're very pretty, still people want you, but you're wiser. You understand life. Focus on having your financial independence always. As a woman, financial independence. I'm not sharing my age for Google's sake. Okay? For Google's sake. Yeah. So yeah, if like a lot of women regret getting married young, a lot of women regret getting babies when they are young. Yeah, get their attention, have people buy you things. One other thing, don't go if a guy invites you to his house, don't go. If you and I'm talking, I'm not married, because this is what guys do. They say they like you, they invite you to their place, and if you're there by yourself, they will start to force sex on you. If a guy is inviting you there, don't go. If you're with your friends, let's say you're going out, um let's say you're going out with your friends, guy seems like he likes you and he wants to take you for a walk, isolate you with your friends, and it's at night, you're 14, or even if you're 20, you're 29, don't go. Don't go. Women, you never go anywhere private with a guy who is not your intended partner for life, because they will want to force sex on you. Don't go. Just don't go. Stay home with your mom, stay home with your dad. They are feeding you, they're giving you money, clothes to do your makeup. You don't have to pay, have no financial worries, money from your parents. Go get a massage, go do your nails, go do your hair, go buy your fine clothes, go get some sun, get some vitamin D, have fun. Guys, don't worry about them. Yeah, don't worry. Don't go anywhere private with a man. Like, don't go anywhere. And this is what I know. If I would tell my 14 self, when, because I didn't have parents to protect me and to tell me these things, and I was closed anyway. I was very, very closed. But I have seen things. I've also been experienced things. When I was like in my 20s, that's when I started going out, because my brother was like, "You're always in the house, you never go out." So he would force me to go out to the clubs and to have fun. And I didn't like it, because women get harassed in those places. People want to touch you, people want to do this. Don't go to those places. I would say don't even bother. If people are telling you how they went out and they had fun and no, they were just drinking, they were just exploring sexually with other people that they don't know, they don't like. It's disgusting, it's a waste of time, it affects the sacred woman in you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't go to the clubs. Let them go out there. Let them drink. Let them have fun. It's not worth it for you. It's not worth it for you. That's how a lot of women get pregnant by people they don't know. That's how they get HIV. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. I have seen it all. I've seen it all. It's all true. It's all very true. Like for me, I don't drink. I personally don't drink. I don't go out to clubs. I don't do those, like, I don't do that, because I know the people who are out there drinking, they are desperate people. They've been hurt in their past. They don't know how to deal with their issues. So they go out to drink. to drink their sorrows, their desperation, their loneliness. And then you meet somebody like that in that kind of loneliness, in that kind of a survivor mode. That person just want to trauma dump on you. And as a woman, you're an open portal. You receive things. When people say that your womb is an open portal, a lot of people, they're actually looking for young girls who have never had sex before, women who have never had any types of intimacy, and they want to trauma dump on you, especially men, because men don't like to deal with issues from their past. Maybe their fathers did not love them, maybe they felt lonely, maybe they were abused. They don't like to deal with those issues, so what they do is they like to dump that trauma on a women. So I say, at 14, these are the things that I wish I knew, and I wish I could tell you as a young woman who you are not even, because you want to protect your life, you want to protect your sexuality. I want you to know this. People out there, if you get pregnant, the men can walk away and not look back, and they do that, and I've seen them do it over and over and over. If a man doesn't show you commitment, by commitment, he hasn't provided you, hasn't come to see your parents, he doesn't want to talk to your parents, he doesn't want to propose marriage, he doesn't want to do the right thing, don't even have 2 seconds to talk with that man. And don't feel bad telling a man no, walking away, and telling him not to contact them, to contact you. Blocking them is easy, an easy way to block people and to show no contact. As a woman, as a young woman, you always must be protecting your aura and your energy and your space. That means the way people talk to you, you must protect the way people talk to you. If somebody is not talking, if you're expecting a love relationship and somebody is not saying the things that you want to hear, you can block them. You don't have to go to a second date with them. If you're in an age where you're looking for a husband, and the kind of vibe that they are looking for, they're talking, whatever they're saying, does not go in hand with what you're looking for, you block them. If they're not your friend, you block them. If they're not friendly, if they're not calm, if they're aggressive, if somebody shouts at you as a woman, those are small things. Like at 14, as a woman, you should know. As a 14, you don't think like a teenager, think as a woman, because you only have like 6 years left of your childhood, of your teenagehood, and then you're thrust deep into being a woman, responsibilities of being a woman. So men can be childish as they want, but as a woman, you cannot be childish, especially when it comes to protecting your reproduction, your energy. You can't go out having sex with anybody. You can go out having babies with anybody. As a 14-year-old, people will not only judge you by the choices you make of choosing a partner, but that's why you have to listen to your parents. I always say, listen to your parents, stay with your parents until you're 45, if that's what it takes for you to understand men, for you to understand relationships, for you to understand the world. I say, stay with your parents until you're 26, 27. If that is the grounding you need to stay safe in this world, do it. Protect your youth, protect your happiness, protect your children that you're going to have by choosing the right partner to have children with. And if it never happens, then it never happens. This is what I'd say to young women. Don't rush into relationship. Girls 14-year-old, 15-year-old are stupid because they are competing with other girls about who is having more attention from other men. You should not even be thinking about having attention from other men. Other men who are giving you attention, they're just giving you attention. Attention is the cheapest thing a woman can get from a man, is attention. Cheap. Do not want attention from a man. A man must give you commitment. A man must give you money. A man must show you consistently that he cares about your emotional health, your emotional life. If he doesn't have that, that man will ruin your life, your entire life. You know, stay with your my friend. Stay with your parents until you're 27, if that's what it takes. They will feed you because they are your parents. You'll never ask your parents money, and they're not going to give you money. Especially your father. As long as you're not with another man, your father will provide for you. As long as you're not out there having sex with other men out there in the world, your father will feel like she's a nice girl. If she needs money to do her hair and stuff like that, I will give her money. You know, your parents will do that. If you need a phone, go ask your father. If you need money, go ask your father. Who else are you going to ask? Till you can provide for yourself. If you get into adulthood, start a business. Start a business. Out there studying chemical engineering, studying all this, start a business. You want money? Start a business. You're going to get money. You know, all this education sometimes is nonsense. Start making money. As a woman, you have to start making your money. Yes, yeah, for God's sake, yeah, save this the family. A woman should know by the time you're 14 as a woman, you have to have your senses right, because at 14 you can have a baby. At 14, you know, when you start your menses at 14, you can have a baby. Okay, there is the only flex that you have as a woman is being child free, and I'm not going to tell you lies about this. Being child free as a woman is a flex, is a flex, because you have your time, you have your energy, you can do whatever you want with yourself. Okay, you can run your business. Being child free as a woman is a flex. So if you're 14, 15, 16, 17, your attention should not be going to looking for men. Men naturally look for women. It's their job. It's their job. Men will come. When I didn't even have money to do my nails, to do my hair, to do everything, men were still coming. Men were still coming. Most of them, 98% of men that come to you, they don't love you, they just want sex. They don't love you, they are just chasing sex. And a man will beg, a man will beg you. A man will beg. He will beg, 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 beg. Huh? Until he gets the cookie, and then he disappears like he never happened. He will disappear. He will disappear. They're just after that one thing, you know, because most men out there, they're desperate. They're not having enough sex that they should have. They haven't realized that committing to one woman, they can get consistent physical needs, but they don't want to do that because they don't want the responsibility and they don't want to be tied down. Bye, Rai. Love you, love you. And right, yeah, subscribe. Thanks for subscribing. I love when a young girl subscribes to my channel because I know that one is saved. That one is saved from patriarchy, from the evil ways of patriarchy. They want to ruin young lives, young girls' lives. A girl, be expensive, disappear. The less men you know, the better, right? Yeah, love you, girl. Bye. Yeah, if you need a man in your life, ask your dad for everything. Ask your father. Let other men just come to you. Mm? Oh, yeah, I hope we go viral too. I love you too, love. Love you. Subscribe later. Come later. Um, yeah, whatever. So yeah, this for me, if I want anyone to go well, I love you too. Love you, right? Yeah, there is a good man out there, but 9 out of 10 are bad men. 9 out of 10, they just wanna hit and quit. They're not there to love you. They're not there to love young girls. They are just there to get that one thing, and then they go. Okay, and 99% of the times when a man comes into your when you come into his eye vision, his line of eye, he decides whether he just wants to hit it and quit with you, or he wants to try to have a deeper relationship. Men are not confused about these things. As a woman, you might be confused, but a man is not confused. And this is why I tell women, if you don't make any moves, a man, the silence of a man is going to tell you exactly what he wants. The silence coming from you will tell you exactly what a man wants. For example, if you're patient and quiet and a man is talking to you, you will notice when he talks to you. If that man doesn't talk to you late at night, that man is probably married. Your silence and not begging for attention is what will help you in relationships in the future as a woman. You never beg a man for attention. His silence tells you where you are in his life, and you get that and you move with that. Okay? You never wait for explanations. He doesn't text you, he doesn't like you, and so you don't text back, and you let silence create the distance between the two of you, and you go your ways. If you cannot do that as a woman, there's something wrong with you. Hello, Tiffany. Hello. Yes, I remember you, Mila. Hi, it's me. Sorry, I haven't been joining your lives. Forgive me. I forgive you. Like to see you again. Love to see you here. Today we are talking about educating young girls about these streets, men, because these streets, if a woman is young and she doesn't know what is happening in these relationship streets, it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. 99% of men who are talking to you on the phone, they don't want a relationship with you. They don't want to build with you. They don't want to protect you. They just want the cookie and they want to go. That is 99%. Don't think that they are doing this because you're ugly, because you're not good enough for a relationship. Some of them, they are just being ill-bred. They are ill-bred. Some of them, they are in survival mode. They have unhealed traumas. They want to dump on somebody. It's not your fault. That said, what can you do as a woman? Your is gold. This is where queens are built. If you want to become like a queen, queens are built from quietude and silence. The fact that you can walk away from somebody who is not taking you seriously, the fact that you can walk away, that creates the queen in you. If a woman, you can't sit down with silence, if you cannot let people ignore you and you allow the ignoring to happen and you continue on with your life, if you cannot do that, you lose your power. But if a man decides to be quiet and you decide to be quiet, he decides to walk away from your life and you decide to go the other way, like that. People who don't have anything productive in your life, they don't have reason to stay because you're not making anybody stay. Tiffany says, exactly. I've gotta go. It's very late night here. More like 90%. I wanna do you. What favor can I do you, Tiff, before you go? Tiff, let me know what you want me to do. There is a lot of women, they are not saints. I'm not saying women are saints. I'm not saying women are saints, but women just do themselves, like if like what do you mean? What do you mean a woman is not a saint? Like, what issue are you having with a woman? Like, we are humans. At the end of the day, a woman is human. We are not striving to be saints. You know, a woman should not strive to be a saint. We are trying to be women. We are trying to be human. Nobody is trying to be a saint anywhere. Like, I don't aspire to be a saint. Okay? I don't aspire to be a saint. But what I'm telling young women is, I don't care whether you want to fuck 100 men, 20 men, one man, whatever you want. I just want you to know exactly what you're doing. You know, I want you to know exactly what you're doing so that you don't get taken advantage of. You know, I don't want you to think that this man loves you, this man loves you, this man loves you, this man loves you, and then you end up being with 100 men, and then you end up feeling like none of them loves me. 99% are not looking to love you. They're just looking to hit and quit. And if you don't understand that basic math, you know, you're going to have a body count of 1,000 have because you don't know how to get your emotional life in check. Your emotional life should not be determined by the relationships you have with men. Your emotional life is something that you have to protect for yourself. You walk in silence, you move in silence, you decide to do your own life, your career. You know, I love my girlfriends who prioritize their careers and their life because their life is very stable. They are not looking for somebody to bring financial stability in their life, and they're not looking for somebody to bring emotional stability in their life. If I have a problem, I can pay for a therapist. If I have, you know, I can have an accountant, a therapist, a lawyer. I can protect my own life right now, you know. I made myself that woman for myself. I protected myself. Now I cannot just allow a man to come into my life and sort of bring some destabilizing in, like bring me destabilization, and I have created all this stability for myself. I cannot allow that. And this is what I want young women to know, that if you do not understand your emotional health and your emotional life, and if you don't understand where you are safe, men giving you attention should mean nothing to you. Men will always give you attention. Men will always give you attention. They have a depravity that comes with a natural depravity that comes with wanting a woman. It's just the way God created them. It's like a disease. They have to take care of it every week, every month. It's just something that they just naturally have. They are drawn to women 24/7. We are not drawn to men like that. We are more stable, you know. So a man giving you attention should just come as the most natural thing, that you're sitting down having coffee and somebody is checking you out. I'm walking down the street, a man walks with his woman, and I see him do like that. A man giving you attention means nothing at all, right? But where is he taking his money? Where is he taking his time? Where is he taking his focus and attention? Because if he doesn't do those things and you have children with that man, you will raise those kids by yourself. You do not have business dealing with a man who does not take care of his own seed, that he doesn't make it germinate, doesn't, you should not deal with a man who doesn't have that kind of responsibility at all. Men, we don't look at men because they are handsome. He doesn't have to be good looking. A man should not be good looking, but a man has to be responsible. A man has to be committed to you. A man has to be present and focused and protective of you. That is what you need. That is what you need. He doesn't, if a man has money and he's not generous, he is not good for you. I would rather somebody who has modest means, but he is generous and he keeps protecting his family and building his family and bringing stability for me and my children, than somebody who has money and he keeps blowing it on women and other people out there. A man without principles, a man who has no inner direction, a man who doesn't have that. But if you're the woman and you're the one who keeps chasing men, you keep chasing men, You keep chasing man and you're a woman. Something's wrong with you right here. A woman should never chase a man. Why are you chasing a man? That means that you're going to be so depressed in your life. Your children will not have a father, and you're going to mess up your life because why are you chasing a man? The first bad sign, the very first sign that you know you're making a mistake is when you are chasing a man. When you have to text him, when you have to call him, when you have to ask him why he's not there. If you're in that situation, you are a big problem because you forgot about your silence. You're never supposed to chase a man. You're just supposed to stay quiet and watch. If you stay quiet, a man is like a bird. He will fly to the most perfect tree that he wants to land in and build a nest there, because that's where he finds it beautiful to build a nest. Maybe it's with you or it's with another woman, but he will naturally gravitate towards the one that he wants. And if you're quiet, you will find out two things. Either he wants you or he wants somebody else. And if you get your answer, you don't look for closure, you don't look for explanation, you accept the answer you got and you move on. You know, sometimes you get into a crossroad. He wants you or he wants to go away. Either way, it's an answer, and you get it in quiet when you're not chasing a man. He naturally gravitates towards where he wants to go. When you're not chasing him, he will naturally go towards the woman that he wants. And if it's not you, you have to be willing to walk away. If you have the power to walk away as a woman, that is your greatest superpower. That is your greatest flex. Okay? Not chasing people around, people who don't want you. You go, you get a life. That's how it happens. Now, if I was 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, that's the example, that's the advice I would want somebody to tell me naturally. Naturally, you stay centered in your own self. The man that wants you, he will come with promises, commitments, and everything that he needs to do, he will do it. But if you're rushing for commitment, if you're rushing for them to prove themselves to you, if you're demanding that, you're chasing them away, you know? And if you're running after something, it runs away. But if you want to catch something, you stay still and then it comes close to you. But when you chase something, the natural tendency when somebody is chasing you is to run away. You know, because if you're asking a guy as a woman, if you're asking a guy, why you not texting me? Why you here? Why you not giving me attention? You know what he's thinking? The girls that actually need to be chased are quiet out there, not chasing anybody. Let me go look for that woman because this one is like chasing me. Like this one is not the one. Like this is not the one that I want because this one keeps like wanting to chase me. The real hot girls are the ones that are not chasing. I want to go chase for those ones. So as a woman, when you don't know the power of silence, when you don't know the power of quiet, and you start giving out these desperate vibes, that's why no wonder you will keep running after people who run away, and nobody wants to commit to you. Nobody wants to be in your space. Nobody feels safe being in your space. You gotta master your silence. You gotta master waiting, being patient, and you just gotta master yourself. When Carl Jung talks about these principles of individuation, integration, becoming whole as yourself, as who you are, as a woman, these are powerful things. This is what makes you attractive. Other things don't make you attractive, as being grounded and loving yourself and being 100% convinced that if I end up being alone, I'm going to be fine. If I end up just being by myself, I'm going to be fine. If you haven't reached that point as a woman, that quietude, that natural quietude, that your nervous system is calm, you know, you're open to life, you're okay with where you are in your life right now, and you know, you're optimistic that what is for you will not miss you, and what is not for you will see you and run away and go away. You know, if you don't know that what's for you is what's genuinely meant for you, what's for you going to be for you. And if you understand that, then you can be quiet. You can be quiet and see people come into your life. They go, they come, they evaluate you, they read you, they see, maybe not, maybe, then they go, and then you'll be fine. You'll be fine with that. But you're not attaching to people, asking them to stay, texting them, writing long paragraphs, telling them how much you love them, how much. You can't do that as a woman. You just cannot do that. Your emotions will fool you into thinking that because you like somebody, they like you back. But that's not even how men don't fall in love with women who chase them. They in their nervous system, that's kind of like a red flag. Like, she wants me so bad, she's coming after me, let me run. Men don't like being chased by women. They want to chase the quiet woman, the one who is unbothered. That's the one that they want. So if you're there and you are a woman and you're seeing him give other women attention and you want that attention, and so you're going for it, he will not give you. He will not give you, and you are betraying your womanhood, because a woman is a stable woman. Anybody can read a stable woman. They are not out there chasing men. They are not out there writing long paragraphs declaring their affection. They're out there doing their own life. Men probably talk to them, men don't talk to them. They are hooked on their own life. They're focused on their lives. They're focused on themselves, because they know the nature of men. They know the nature of men. They know 99% of them, they just want the cookie and run. So she's not flattered by attention, because she knows most of it is, it doesn't, it, it's not even worth it. It's not even worth her time, you know. So young women know these things. You're 14, don't go anywhere with a man. You're 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23. Don't go anywhere with a man who is not, even your uncle. Don't be anywhere private with a man. Just don't do any private business with a man, okay? Don't go to his house. Don't have him walk you at night anywhere. Be at home whenever you're supposed to be at home, before the day breaks into the night. Like, women get sexually assaulted in these streets every day, because what are you doing being around men? Don't be around a man. He invites you to his place, don't go. He asks for your address to come to your house, don't give him. He knocks at your door, don't open. People get sexually assaulted. Don't do it. Don't do it, okay? People don't know. Like, for me, I don't have visitors. Men don't come to my place. I don't give anybody my address. You don't need to know where I live, okay? You don't need to know, okay? I'm not friends with men. I'm not friends with men. You'll not see a guy friend saying that, oh, we are just friends, that you come to my house to fix shit or do that or do that. I don't need your help. If I need somebody done, I'll ask a landlord to do it, or I pay to get done, but I don't have no kind of friendships like that with nobody. You're not my boyfriend. We are not friends. I break up with you, you're blocked, you're out of my life, I never want to see you again. Like, I know this sounds like crazy, but don't fall for this bullshit. As a woman, don't fall for this. Don't do it. You know, don't do it. You know, and I do like the boundaries that Christians have, like no sex, no marriage, no sex. That way, you don't find yourself having kids with somebody who is not ready to raise them. And then don't marry somebody you don't like. You don't like them, they don't like you, you know, they don't like hanging out with you naturally. Then don't do it. If you don't have the flex that I can be single and happy as a woman, you're not ready for adult relationships. It's just what I'll tell you. I didn't see what you sent, Tiff. So yeah, tell me, let me know what you think. But for my young girls, my young, beautiful girls out there, you know, what I can, women suffer in silence because of their relationship with men that have gone wrong. And and you need to be a strong woman to be in a relationship with a man. If you cannot handle betrayal, if you cannot handle being a single parent, if you cannot handle, you know, stuff like that, maybe you shouldn't get into a relationship or start having babies with anybody, or even start having sharing your body with somebody. Because women are suffering in marriages, women are suffering in relationships. You think these are beautiful things, but you don't know the evil that women who are not chosen, like by men that want to be in a relationship with them, go through. If he is not, his heart is not there, that man will cause you pain. You had rather just accept being alone and deal with the loneliness, you know, like being alone does not mean that you're going to suffer. Like being alone, it means that you can preserve your happiness. You can preserve your youth, your happiness, your joy, and live life according to how you determine it to be. But if you allow a guy to come into your life, put babies in you, then you have babies and babies and babies, then he walks away. Now, not only are you alone, but you're alone with a bunch of responsibilities. A bunch of responsibilities. And if you're not financially secure, it becomes even now worse. You know, he puts you in a situation where, you know, you don't have the luxury to enjoy your life anymore, because you either have to have like 3 jobs to put food on the table and feed his kids. Why are you allowing men to pass on their genes at your expense? Why are you allowing men to pass on their genes at your expense? That he will not take care of these people that he has brought into this planet, but He gets to be a father. He gets to have somebody that he has passed on his genes to, but he doesn't get to raise that person, doesn't get to educate that person, doesn't get to do anything, and you're not even mad at it. Like, you're not mad at it. Why not just enjoy your life then? Live in freedom. Go get some sun. Go get some vitamins. Go to karaoke, dance, dress nicely, then go home, then go sleep, then go to work, then just go on a vacation, then enjoy your life. Why not choose happiness? Yeah, why not choose happiness for your life first? If nobody chooses you, why not choose to enjoy your life then? But some people, they're too desperate. They must have kids, they must have male attention, they must have, you're out there chasing men, writing them paragraphs. They're running away. Of course, they will come when they want to cook it. They're gonna hit and quit, and that's what they're gonna think about you. For God's, for Google's sake, is saying you first have to be married. You have to be married, yes, but you also have to make sure that the man who is marrying you is not one of those down low men who are secretly gay, or somebody who really doesn't want to get married. Or you have to make sure. Some men want to get married, but he wants to get married so that he can have a woman take care of him, not so that he can take care of a woman, not so that he can take care of a family, not so that he can be a provider and a protector, a real man. Some men just want a housemaid. See, yeah, it's yeah, you gotta choose a good man. You gotta choose a good man. 99%, 99%, maybe somebody tell me to say 90%. Let's go with 90. 90% are not good. 90% of men are not good. I wish I had a better optimistic number. I wish I could say 50. 90% are not good men. So that is why I tell a woman, you have to be open to being single and managing your single life, because 99% of men are not good. They're not husband material. You don't know, he's just not there. Most men are taught to hate women, so they don't love women. They're not there to protect you. They're not there to love you. So as a woman, you have got to be open. You have got to be open to the fact that there might not be good men out there, that maybe they are there, but maybe they're not in your neighborhood. Maybe they're not in your church. Maybe they're not, obviously they're not in the club. You really have to be strategic when you are putting yourself in environments where they are meant to look for men. This is what I think, but you may not be able to find a good man. So what does that mean? You have to manage your single life. If you're the kind of a woman who cannot be without a man, you can't find wholeness in being without a man, then it becomes very it's a tragedy. So that's why I say, like, you better have your hobbies, you better have things that you're doing, your job, cooking, your friends. You gotta just have your life. You really just have to get that life. There are good men out there, but I'm saying 90%. I'm not going to say 99. 90% are not good. 90 are not good. I can tell you 90. Why I say 90? Most men, even if even if he was a good man, a good person, naturally nice person, if he doesn't have a financial life, a solid financial life, he is not good for you, because relationships between men and women, they cost money. They cost money. So if he is not here financially capable of taking care of you as a woman. When you get pregnant, you need somebody to take care of you. When you're giving birth, you need somebody to take care of you. If that man is lazy, he doesn't make money, he is bad for you. He is not a good man. You know, he might go to church, he might have a good family background, but he doesn't make money, he is bad. Now, just look at the number of men who are financially capable of taking care of a woman and her child. That, you know, that eliminates like 40%. Look for men who are just too out there just drinking, partying, eliminate another 10%. Look for men who out there just sleeping with anything that they can, that is walking with a skirt, or even, you know, even sleeping with other men out there. Now, you haven't even taken out the pedophiles out there. You haven't taken out the men who beat women out there. You haven't taken out the men who shout at women, who belittle women, who talk to women like they're children. Another bunch out there. You know, I mean, it gets thin. You know, it gets thin. Just like oxygen. The higher you go, the higher the altitude, the thinner the oxygen. That is with men. It gets thin. Thin. It's a thin layer. I'm not saying to be, I'm not saying this so that you can lose hope about getting a husband or getting somebody, a companionship. I'm just saying, you know, a lot of men out there, they haven't worked on their issues, their psychological issues. They don't even like to go to get psychological help for the things that they go through. So they are not safe for you. A woman needs safety. They are not psychologically safe for you to be in a relationship with. Psychologically, financially, they are not safe. And then you see other things that can expose you. Some men are just not hygienic, you know, stuff like that. I mean, you as a woman, I know you like your own space. Like, there's how you like your house to be, there's how you like things to be in a certain way. There are, you know, there's how you like to move. Know that kind of person. Know who you are first before you go out there looking for a partner, because 99% are not compatible with you. I mean, 90% of men are good, maybe, but 99% are not compatible with you either. You know, I don't think so. If I just like off the head, out of my head, if I name like 10, the first 10 men in my life that I can pick up right here, right now, like 10 men in my life, be it my brothers, my uncles, you know, friends that I know from work or whatever, like all these men, there is something wrong with them. Like, there is something. Yes, maybe I have one that I see, maybe he's family man, business oriented, focused on his family. But I think that's just the one. The rest have things that I'm like, this person is suspect. This one, you know, like, no, I'm just saying, like, on a normal day, I can pick up men that I know from work, from maybe acquaintances, people that I know, right? Maybe they have family, maybe they are single, maybe they, you know, whatever, right? Even if I take those and I put 10, like all of them, I know this person is married, but this person looks like they're cheating on their wife. This person is single, but, you know, they have a temper. This person drinks a lot. This person, you know, doesn't exactly know what they want. Like, honestly, on a normal day basis, like the people that I know, men that I know, I got question marks and 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 question marks about them. So if those are just people that I know, mm, and I don't even know that many people. I am a very seclusive person. Like I my way to meet people. I don't go out of my way to get to know people. You know, I just don't. Like on a normal basis, if I go to church, I'll come back home. I will not wait around chit chat with people from church and figure out what their day went. I'm not kind of that person. If I go to the coffee shop, I'll take my coffee shop. I'll go take my coffee, come back home. If I'm at work, then I'm working. I work and then I come home. So I'm meeting people every day, yes, and I'm talking to people every day, but I am not, it ends there. The acquaintances, it ends there. So I know even if I'm at a coffee shop and I meet people and they try to hit on me and then I figure out they're married, that's how I know, right? That's how I know because I'm a beautiful woman. I get hit on almost every day. People hit on me. If I'm going to the store, I'm going to buy something, somebody is looking at me, somebody is doing stuff, and I can tell they have a ring on their finger, or somebody tells me, oh, that person is married actually. Like I know these things. I know these things. But I'm not saying they are good or bad. I hear stories from other women. I hear stories from other women. You don't need to meet a lot of people so that you can know how people are. You just need to see the statistics. Look at the statistics of divorce rate. Divorce rates can tell you all you need to know about relationship. Why women are not wanting to be married or stay married again. Why women they feel drained. Why married women are dying at a higher rate than any other person is dying women. Why are men killing women in marriages? Because the rate of death in married women is going up. Married men are living longer than married women. If you're single as a woman and you get divorced, you're probably going to live longer than a married woman. Yeah, you're going to live longer than a married woman if you're a single woman. You have a better life, a better chance of living, a better chance of surviving and living a happy, fulfilled life. And you tell me as a woman, you're going to start begging and chasing and running away for affection and relationships from men when all along you could be better off by yourself. It's a stupid thing to do. Women don't want to be married. That is why they initiate divorce. If marriage was good with women, they would want to stay. They would want to stay. But women happen to be chasing for this ring. They want to get married. They're happy to get married. And then they're like, I want to get out of this. Get me out of this. Get me the heck out of this. Women, when women are asking for divorce, women say they don't want the house, they don't want anything, they just want to get out. They just want to get out. They just want out. They want to do away with this man. So, as a woman, learn to be by yourselves and learn to be happy. That man was not ever going to make you happy anyway, because men are looking to marry victims. Men are looking to marry victims. I'm sorry to say this to you. Men are looking for people who can cook, clean, wipe their ass, fuck, and yeah. And then they can go do their hobbies with their friends. They can go drink. They can go, they can go play golf and whatever they want. But you will be stuck in the house cooking and cleaning for them while they go enjoy their life. You will not have a hobby. You will be chasing around kids, cooking, cleaning, while men are out there enjoying their life. You want to get married? That's the life that you want. You know, like you're not going to enjoy your life basically. You're not gonna have your hobbies, you're not gonna have your time. Your job is to take care of other people who think less of you, who really don't you. That is what marriage is. That's why women are not living long. Life is not your own now, you know? When I tell you men don't like women, 99%, even the ones that you get married to, even the ones that decide to marry you, don't like you. They don't. And they will cheat on you the next they see, you know, a 22-year-old without a brain, they'll dump you. They will not have no, they don't have any reason for you when you're 60 to be married to you if they could get a 20-year-old. Why? And you tell me that the best investment you can do as a woman is not invest in yourself. You invest in yourself, you invest in a life for yourself, that if anybody decides to be in your life, if anybody decides to move out of your life, if anybody decides that this is not gonna work for them anymore, you invest in such a life that you'll be like, I'm out of here. Bye. See ya. It was nice to know you. You know? Bye. You know, you gotta invest in such kind of a life. If you don't have the power to walk away as a woman from a situationship, whether it's a marriage that doesn't give you life or it's draining you, if you don't have the power to walk away, you're in a bad situation. That's why a woman, you focus on yourself from the very beginning. You focus on yourself. If you need money, if you need support, go ask your parents. Build your life first. Build your life first. You assume that a man can die tomorrow and you'll be left alone, and you will still have to move on with your life, or people can get sick, you know, and you still have to live with your life tomorrow. If you don't have that mentality, you don't know how to live like a stoic woman. You need stoicism in life. You need to know the game that you're playing. And the game that you're playing, you need to be the queen. You need to be the queen. Like, you need to know that I can wake up and go where I want to go. I can wake up and do the things that I want to do. Whether you're here and you decide to play dead and to play useless, any day. I mean, I know some of my friends who can do whatever they want. They have the time to do it. You know, they have kids and still they can do whatever life they want. They have total flex. They have time, they have money, because they decided like they are going to take 100% responsibility for their lives. And that's how they were brought up. I agree with you, but not all man is bad. There is plenty of bad women, especially immature ones. You know, if you as a man, you also decide to choose. If you decide to choose an immature woman, it's all your choice, right? If you decide, there are plenty of mature women. So if a man is decided to be with an immature woman, that is his choice. There are plenty of mature women. But if you decide to be with an immature woman because she is pretty, you know, then you will have to deal with the immaturity that comes with it. The same way a woman who decides to be with a drunk man has to deal with that level of immaturity because she decides to be with that man. You know, you decide who you decide who you're going to deal with. Who we all decide at some level. We all decide who is what we can deal with. And I think that is the threshold I want every woman to understand. Like, you decide what you can deal with, what your heart can deal with. For me, I don't like to deal with a man who is hot and cold. You know, I just like that balance. But maybe you like the drama, you know, but that's going to drain you. That's a bad sign that it's going to lead to a bad place. But if you like the drama, then you like the drama. Who am I going to tell you to like, to like still waters when you like them, them storms? Like, maybe you like the storm. Maybe for you, that's where you find excitement. But to be in a storm all your life is never good for your nervous system. Your nervous system doesn't like all this ups and downs, up and downs. It likes to play the long-term game of cool, calm, and collected. That is if you want good mental health. You don't want these turbulent relationships that cause you stress. You want the ones that are more like stable, and they take long term and more stable. Those are ideally what everybody should be aspiring to. But if you like turbulence, you're going to get turbulence. That's why every woman should know what they want. I prefer my life to not be chaotic. So I prefer my life to be peaceful. So I will choose to be not in a relationship than to be in a situationship that is turbulence. Because, like, for me, being alone and understanding my life and it being peaceful is more important to me than to be with a man who is hot and cold, or a situationship, or something that does not bring me peace. For me, my peace is more important. So anyway, I guess today's message was for young women is to choose your peace. Choose peace. Choose peace over a man. Choose silence. If a man wants to walk away, don't chase after him. No paragraphs, no text. Let the silence tell you that he has made his choice and you understand it, and you're not looking for no further explanation, that you can live with no closure. You give yourself closure. This is not the era of chasing men and asking for closure. No, you give yourself closure. He has made his decision. You respect his decision. He moves on to the next woman or the next victim in his life. You go on moving with your life. Everybody grows old. Everybody dies alone. Everybody dies alone. Okay? And everybody grows old. Getting older is a blessing. If you don't die from depression, from stress, because a lot of women are dying from stress because they are in turbulent relationships, and you happen to get older and you're blessed with good age, you're blessed with, like, with a long life, that you're actually you actually see yourself in your sunset years. That's a blessing. That's a blessing, and that comes from the good choices you made in your life. Okay? If God grants me 100 years, I would be very happy to have those 100 years. I'm not going to say, oh, and I didn't have a man. He gave me 100 years on this planet under the sun. God gives me 100 years. I'm taking my 100 years and I am enjoying every minute of it. Okay? Either way, I die alone. Men die alone. Women die alone, whether they are married or not. Everybody dies alone. This life, you are born alone and you die alone. That is one thing you can be sure. But between the hospital you are born in and the morgue, between the hospital and the morgue, are you going to enjoy your life? Are you going to enjoy your life? Or are you going to be chasing people? Chasing people, writing paragraphs. Is that how you want your life to be? Is that how you want your life to be? Between the hospital you are born and the morgue is life to live. It's life you live. Whether you're 100, whether you're 80, whether you're 30, whether you're 14, between the morgue and the grave, that's where you enjoy your life. Stop chasing after people. Get a life. Get a life. You get a life. You have time. Exactly. You have time. Enjoy your time on this planet. Enjoy your time. Enjoy your time. The older a woman gets, if you have trained your mind as a woman, the way you train your life, your mind is the way your life. That's how your mind gets used to life. The way you train your mind is how life gets trained to life. If you train your mind to keep chasing after people, you will continue chasing people. But if you cut off that tree and you decide to build another life of your own, you have your business, you have your plans, you go on vacation, you enjoy your life, you buy yourself nice things, you enjoy time with your friends. If you train yourself to invest in that life, other people will naturally want to come into your life. And you will be telling them, you're in and you're out. You're in and you're out. You're in and you're out. You will be the one telling people, this is my game. And I decide who comes in and who doesn't go in. You never ever chase after men. It's a waste of time. It's stupid. Why would you even do that? Huh? But why would you do that? Men are always chasing. Men are always chasing. They will always chase. It's their job. And they will always chase after younger women. It's their job. Okay? So I have people chasing me. I don't have time for them. I have trained my mind not to be chased after. Obviously I never chase, but I know 99% of those people who are chasing after me, they don't want me. They don't want to build a life that I am building. They're not interested in building with me. They're not interested in that. So I put them into that category. I put everybody as useless, 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 useless. And I invest in other relationships, like with my friends, with my family. I invest in those relationships that I want to grow. That's why I tell women, like, your time and attention is important to you. If you know what's important for you, then you put your time and attention in things that are important to you, things that make you have joy, things that make you grow. Okay? Stop putting your time and attention into relationships that don't make sense to you, into businesses that don't make you grow. Why are you doing that? Life, you understand, you live life with wisdom. A lot of people, like, for Google's sake, and I want women to understand people like this, they live in scarcity mentality. They live in scarcity. They don't live in abundance mentality. They see things and resources as always going tight and tight and tight and tight. They don't see things as always expanding and expanding and expanding and expanding. Look at somebody like Oprah. Oprah has never been married. Oprah doesn't want to get married. Woman's not lonely. She buys 30,000 handbags. If she wants to buy a handbag worth 30,000, she'll get it like this quick. Okay? If she wants to, everybody will come. People want to be invited. Men, women, everybody wants to be in the show because she is the table. She is the table. Everybody wants to be around her energy. Okay? She is not chasing men. She is not looking for attention. She is not saying, oh my God, I wish I was 20. I'm looking for this attention. She is happy with who she is, with her life. She has everything that she wants. Yes, people like you who are broke will say Oprah is miserable. Oprah has never been miserable a day in her life. That woman can afford whatever she wants. She lives in luxury. 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 Things that you can never even afford. Let's to be honest. Let's just be honest. You can't even afford her life. You can't. No, she has friends. She has influence. She has power. You know, she got everything she wants. And she did not do that focusing on men. She focused on things that mattered to her as a woman. She focused on her relationships, on reading books, on empowering other women, on helping people grow their businesses. She did her life and she created an empire. She did the impossible for even a black woman of her time. She overcame racism, sexism, misogyny, everything, right? This woman just rose, shot up like a shooting star, right? Overnight, she's an American sweetheart. People like her, people of influence seek her. This is not going to ever end in her life until the day she ends. Until her last day on this planet, and tell who in the world, if anything was to happen, I'm not going to talk, everybody dies, but the whole world would know. If ever whole world, the queen, you will see people who come to such a woman's burial. It will be everybody who is who and who from all over this planet, all over the world, everywhere. They will, if she throws a party, everyone who is who wants to be invited by that woman. This is not a woman chasing men. She is living in her whole entire universe, a whole entire timeline that other people cannot even understand. They cannot fathom. Okay? Don't chase this energy, those low energy. The lowest energy that men have is those men who are always chasing the cookie. Here and there, they are scattered. They are scattered men. They are fragmented shells of men. They don't have a life. They don't have a life. They are just chasing the cookie. These men will fragment you. These men have no future. They don't want to build anything. And you're a visionary woman. You walk away. Let them hear the echo of your silence. Because they were thinking you write them paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs and chase them. And then they hear nothing. Crickets. Nothing. Silence echoes. You want people, the last thing, silence. Just like that, you disappear into the nothingness that they didn't see you. They didn't see you. They didn't notice you. It was silence and it was over. It was crickets. There was no chasing. There was no reminding somebody of your existence. You disappear completely. As a woman, you have to learn that, to disappear completely. Let people remember you after 5 years. Oh, maybe I remember that girl. Why? Because she disappeared completely. She left echoes of silence. There was nothing. Nothing. You don't want to remind people of your existence. You don't want to remind men of your existence. You want to disappear so easily that they don't even remember that you existed. That's how you want things to be. That's how, no drama, no reminding, nothing, not chasing. You don't want to be that, let me tell you, you don't want to be that woman who chases people. You want to be that woman that people forget. They forget. You disappeared so quickly, so quietly. There was no drama. You know, you let the silence do the talking. People don't understand that kind of power. That when somebody decides they're out of your life, that's the moment they're out of your life. They will not hear from you. You will not be contacting anybody. You will not be wishing anybody happy birthday. You will not be asking people how they are. Okay? You let them walk out of their life. We get into a fog. You're my friend. You want to stay or you don't want to stay. Either way is a nice answer that is followed by silence, and life moves on. Mm? In life, don't be desperate for other people. Live your life. Enjoy your life. Well, guys, gotta go. Been here for more than 1 hour. Let's talk another day.